Thanks to the support as a channel member, Tyler Huffman. Owen Farmer is great. He is the top scorer in the league and is loving our new 4-2-4 system. Brackley Ihionvien, who was brilliant as a lone striker in the second half of last season, can't play with him, it seems. Today we're going to try and fix him. Hello and welcome to part 26 of Non-League to Legend. I'm Kevin. Coming up on today's episode, we have two games for you in the National League. We're at home against Halifax and away against Scunthorpe. Since you were last with me, we have started the league pretty well. Obviously, you saw us with two big wins in the last episode. We did then lose immediately to Eastleigh, but went on to beat Torquay, Oldham and Harrogate before losing to Southport and drawing with Cheltenham, which leaves us fourth in the league after 8 games, 6 points off the top of the table, but certainly in the right half of the table. And Owen Farmer is loving life. 8 goals from 8 games, a 7.49 average rating. He has picked up where he left off last year as a goal a game striker. The change from a 4-3-3 to a 4-2-4 hasn't affected him in the slightest. Brackley Ihionvien, I guess if Farmer's getting a goal a game, Ihionvien doesn't need to, and he has got 4 goal contributions in 8 games and is doing a 7.3. But I am messing him around, playing him in all sorts of different systems as well. Frustratingly, it just shows him as a target forward for every one of these matches. That's not what he's been doing. Those 3 were at target forward. Then I think he played 2 as an advanced forward and did get an assist. We've then played him the last 3 as a pressing forward where he's got a goal and an assist, but then another disappointing performance. He's very hit and miss. The reason it's showing as target forward on there is because that role is target forward. If we take Ihionvien out of it, it becomes target forward, but we've got him on player instructions and we keep changing the player instruction for him. So I think we'll start him on pressing forward. So as a group, we can see how he plays as a pressing forward. And then if we need to, we'll adjust from there. I don't like the idea of playing them both as an advanced forward because I don't want him to get in Farmer's way. Farmer is playing well and scoring goals. We don't need Ihionvien getting in his way. I don't necessarily mind him playing as a target forward on support and drifting back into these areas as long as he's getting assists and creating chances for the 3 around him. But he wasn't really doing that. Refer back to yesterday's episode. He didn't really do a lot apart from get a goal that kind of went in off his bum. We don't want Collins on the bench. We'll put Knight up onto the bench. We'll submit the team. I haven't told you the team. We've spent so much time talking about the strikers. I mean, the rest of the team is the same team that we've been playing. It's Hollingshead in goal, a back four of Camerson, Smith, Hills and Thomas, Rodney and East in midfield, Alpha Ruprecht on the right, Agbenone on the left, Farmer and Ihionvien up front. It is, for the first time ever, I've got a set 11 in my mind at the start of the season. It's because we don't have much in the way of strength and depth behind them. There's not really any decisions to make in any position. We have an obvious first choice player in every role. And if we get 2 or 3 injuries, we're probably going to have a problem. But at the moment, luckily, we're riding a little bit of luck on that. And the problem we've got is trying to get a tune out of Ihionvien. But here he is running forward with the ball. And last season he scores that. It's like he doesn't know what's expected of him. In that situation, Brackley, you are allowed to just score a goal. We've got you on an attacking instruction now. You're not there as the support striker anymore. You are expected to get as many goals as Farmer. Is that right, though? Should we be having him playing the Emil Heskey to Farmer's Michael Owen if we look back to old school England with a big man, little man combo? Because obviously in that setup, Heskey wasn't there to score all the goals, was he? Right, cross, looking for Farmer. See, that should be aimed at Ihionvien. Alpha Ruprecht plays it back to Smith, who lumps it over the top. Again, aimed at the wrong striker. We've got a 6'3" big boy up there. Aim for him. I don't know how to get them to aim for the right man when they play the ball in the air. The crosses, the long balls. Again, they've aimed at Farmer. 3 in a row. They're aiming at the wrong man. He's there for tap-ins and balls over the top. Agbenone lays it off to, I think that was Rodney. And now Alpha Ruprecht out to Thomas. Agbenone has somehow got into the area, and there's Ihionvien with the tap-in. I mean, he's scored a goal, which is good. We were here to fix him today, and he has scored a goal. But throughout that entire highlight, it's like the 2 of them were playing the wrong roles. Every long ball and high ball was aimed at Farmer, and it's Ihionvien who got forward to tap I don't understand. I mean, I guess as long as we're winning and as long as we're scoring goals, it ultimately doesn't really matter. But it's frustrating as the manager because I feel like I'm setting it up logically. I'm obviously not wanting them to hit the ball at Farmer's head. I've got him playing as an advanced forward. Right, Ihionvien trying to look for a ball to slot through. He gives it to Alpha Ruprecht and now just drive it low across goal, and he does, and Farmer is there for the tap in, and that's much more like it, and it's 2-0, and both of my superstar strikers have got goals. This is more like what I was expecting from this season. Maybe pressing forward for Ihionvien is the way forward. This is 3 of the 4 games he's played in this role. He's done over a 7 and got some kind of goal contribution. So maybe the last match where he did like a 6.5 and didn't play very well, maybe we just chalk that one up as an off day, and maybe pressing forward is the role for him as part of this system. It's also worth considering as well that Farmer has an out-and-out winger in Alpha Ruprecht on his side, whereas Ihionvien has to deal with Ihionvien as an inverted winger who's constantly cutting inside. Did you see Farmer trying to head that ball there? Goodness me. So maybe Ihionvien would be better off if Ihionvien was a winger. The problem is he's a right footer playing on the left. And Alpha Ruprecht is a right footer on the right. Ihionvien is a left footer. So I don't really want to play him on the right where the winger is. There's still, despite a bunch of superstars, there's a little bit of imbalance. East with the corner, looking for, I think that was Ihionvien he was aiming for at the far post, and it's still 2-0. Our XG is over 3 in the first half. Despite having excellent strikers, we're actually underperforming our XG, and Halifax now trying a shenanigans corner, which are always difficult to defend, but we have managed to defend it. Now we've got a counter-attack. East is leading the charge, lays it off to Alpha Ruprecht. There's more red shirts than blue shirts in that penalty area at the moment. Alpha Ruprecht finds the cross. Ihionvien gets onto the end of it and heads it over when it was easier to score. He could have had his second of the game there, but the entire front 4 have been, oh my goodness me, I've never seen that screen before. The entire front 4 have been absolutely fantastic in that first half. Look at that for a set of ratings for a front 4. That'll do. Forget fixing any. We don't need to fix anything. We don't need the defenders to play well. We don't need a midfield. If the front 4 post those kind of ratings, we're going to win more matches than we lose. And this season, remember, the board only want me to battle bravely against relegation. It's the media who think we're in a promotion hunt. We weren't given a gazillion pounds to spend like we thought we would be. So the expectation isn't there for us to just charge forward and do back-to-back promotions. The fact that we're up in 4th place at this early stage of the season, it's a huge positive. I think we're doing really well. And to have both of those boys, the best thing is they've both scored and the 2 wingers have got the 2 assists. It's like a perfect front 4 performance, other than the fact we've only actually scored about half of our XG at this point, so we are missing some chances as well. And we've also got a lot of tired legs on that football pitch. Goodness me. Right, Thomas is going to come off for Shipley. Rodney is going to come off for Farquharson. And I think we take off East for Knight and just try and keep the areas where we could lose the match fresh. If we don't score any more goals because the attackers are tired, then fair enough. But I think we need to keep the midfield and the defenders as fresh as we possibly can. And here is Farmer on the right-hand side. He's got Ihionvien in the middle to aim for if he can pick out the cross, and he can. And he heads it up in the air again. What's got into him? He was scoring them last year. I don't know what I've done. I've broken that boy, and I don't know how. He wants to be a lone striker, and he's not going to be in this system. Owen Farmer is better than him. He is, the only way he's going to play consistently is as the second striker in a 2-striker system. That doesn't mean he has to start ballooning his headers over the crossbar constantly. Right. Farquharson, again, that's the ball you play to Farmer. Over the top, Farmer gets in, lays it off to Ihionvien. It's his second of the game. I think we've cracked it. I think he's a pressing forward. I think that's the role. And they are slowly but surely clicking as a duo. It's 3-0. All 3 goals have come from the front 2. The wingers have certainly played their bit as well. That's lovely work from Farmer. And he's done really well. This is what I want to see more of. Farmer drifting out wide and Ihionvien being the man who stays in the middle. Oh, it's fun. It's so much fun managing this football team. Just doing an insane all-out attack front 4. It's fun. I'm having a very nice time. I'm just a little bit upset that Fylde are apparently as relentless as they are, only dropping points once this season, not lost a game yet. They look like they're going to run away with it. So if we're going to get promoted this year, it's going to have to be through the playoffs, and that's not likely to happen, is it? Look at me talking about Ihionvien struggling. He's the third best player in the league on average rating. I might have overreacted just a smidgen because he's not scoring a goal a game anymore. But you know what? 6 goal contributions from 9 appearances and a 7.48. When he's playing in a new system and I've changed his player role 3 times, he's actually doing really quite well in the circumstances. I think I just need to leave him alone for a little while now. Let's go beat forget Scunthorpe. Let's go and play Fylde. I'll do Scunthorpe off camera. Well, this wasn't part of the plan. We lost to Scunthorpe, which makes the game against Fylde a little less important because we're now 9 points behind them. But I guess if we've got any chance at all of winning the league this year, we have to be the team that starts to drag Fylde back into the pack a little bit. You know the starting 11 by this point. It doesn't vary. We don't even have a backup to out of form Ian Thomas because Drew Warburton's just broken his leg and is out for 7 months. But yeah, fingers crossed we can get back to winning ways against the best team in the league who haven't lost a game yet this year. But they haven't faced a front 2 like us yet this year either. So let's go and rip them up. I mean, they've already had multiple shots, but we have a corner. East with the in-swinger. Ihionvien's there, and he has scored from the corner. It's a 5th goal of the season for him. And Big Bradley's back, everybody, and I'm loving it. Oh, that is a beautiful corner at the far post as well. That'll calm down the near post brigade down in the comments. We scored from the far post, and it's Big Bradley Ihionvien, and that puts us back within 6 points of Fylde as it stands. Obviously, there's a long way to go in the match, but let's thrash them. Let's put 10 past them. Let's send a message. We've sent a few messages this season and then been frustratingly inconsistent. But let's send another message. I love sending messages. Right, Smith. Playing it over the top, looking for Farmer, can't find him, but it's the right idea. Get him racing with defenders. Defenders at this level do not want to be in a race with Owen Farmer. It doesn't end well for them. And they're just lumping the ball forward. Thomas deals with it comfortably now. East slides it into Ihionvien, who's got Farmer in the middle if he can find him. And of course he can. And Owen Farmer now has 11 from 11 this season. It's fair to say he's taken the step up to the National League completely in his stride. And I would be very surprised if we've still got him at the end of the season because he's proven himself at the level below. He's proven himself at this level. It's closing in on a year and a half now of that boy scoring a goal a game of league football. Surely, if you're a League One team, you find £500,000 to throw at me, don't you? I think I probably would in the circumstances. He's obviously got plenty of goals in him and doesn't seem to have any issue at all with taking a step up to a higher league. I wouldn't even be against it happening because we've got Marsh there who theoretically should just be able to step straight into the role as well. I mean, if we are not going to get any more money out of our tycoon and we haven't had any more money out of him other than that initial investment so far, we are going to have to sell at some point because we're massively over our wage budget. So the place we've got the best strength in depth is at centre forward. We've got Aguier, we've got Marsh. Let's have £1 million offer for one of these front 2. We'll take the money and use it to buy some defenders and midfielders and rebalance the squad a little bit. It'll be fine. Right, we've got a defender corner now. Still only 15 minutes on the clock, and Ihionvien is so useful at both ends of the pitch. He's headed it clear twice there, and then got in the way for the block. I tell you what, he is becoming more and more important for this team as the episode goes on. We've figured it out. We've cracked it, boys and girls. Look at those match stats. Fylde are fuming that they're somehow behind in this game, but that's the difference when you've got quality strikers. And we've got quality strikers, boys and girls. 2-0, half an hour gone. Yeovil going top of the league as things stand, but we have a free kick just outside the penalty. I think it's probably a little bit too far away to take the shot. But we have plenty of players lined up, ready to try and get on the end of it. If we just want to get it into the danger area around the penalty spot, it's going to be East to take. I think he's shaping up to have a shot. He does have a shot, but isn't able to get it up and then down again over the wall. And we need to have a word with him. He shouldn't have been shooting from there. There were plenty of players to aim for in the penalty area. When you've got finishers like what we've got, Aim for the finishers, you silly goose. Right, Hollingshead lumps it forward. Ihionvien flicks it on, can't quite get it through to Farmer, but it's the right idea. We're starting to figure out how to play this system. I suspect team cohesion is starting to go up a little bit. Decisions are starting to improve from all involved. And we should, ideally, only get better from here. Smith plays it forward to East. That's terrible from East. Hollingshead got a hand to it, which, I mean, was remarkable in and of itself. But East, with an absolutely horrific mistake to just gift Fylde a goal just before half-time. They're a team who've not lost a game all season. You just can't be that sloppy. I don't even know who he's aiming for. Why would he be giving it back to the defender? I can only assume he's trying to play a ridiculous 1-2. Make up for it with another assist here. Agbenone has got under that. I think Ihionvien was in there as well. The commentary says we've missed an absolute sitter. I didn't necessarily see a sitter in the match engine, but Alpha Ruprecht now aiming for that far post, and the goalkeeper can collect that one relatively easily. And Fylde are going to be pretty miffed that they've gone in at half-time a goal down there, because they have definitely been the better of the two teams, but we've got the better of the two strike forces. So fingers crossed that balances out and we end up with 3 points. I think that's how maths works. Nearly an hour gone, nothing happening so far in the second half, which is exactly the situation that we're looking for, because that looks like a much more competitive top three in the table than it was before. Chester, always Chester leapfrogging over us. They're always my nemesis in every save. Right, Adams is going to come on for Agbenone. We're going to bring Joe Knight on in midfield, and I think we bring on Farquharson in midfield as well. You saw it in the last game. Same plan in this one. Just shore things up. Make sure the more defensive players are the ones with the fitness and the energy. The attackers can just run out of steam. It doesn't matter. They've done their job. Thomas plays it forward to Ihionvien, who takes a good touch to go past his man. Can't find the cross, but Adams is there to have a go. And in fact, plays it back to Knight, who gives it to Farquharson. Thomas has come inside from left back. I don't even know what Ian Thomas is doing there, but he's hit it on his weak foot and scored the third. And that should be enough to finish Fylde off, you would think. I have no idea why Thomas has made that run, but he has. And it's taken a nice deflection, which has certainly helped him out. But I am not going to complain. Excellent work from all involved. And we're 3-1 up over Fylde. It really does frustrate me that we lost to Scunthorpe, because they're not very good. And we've beaten them multiple times over the course of the save so far. But I guess we're just going to be a little bit inconsistent. We are a young team, new to this level. But as you've seen there, on our day, we can beat anybody in this league. And that is a nice looking league table for just 11 games into the season. That is even nicer looking. Look at all of my boys all around all of these charts. It's beautiful. Right, I suspect tomorrow will be FA Cup o'clock. I'm not going to show you the fourth qualifying round. I'm going to assume we'll win it, but hopefully we'll have a nice first round tie to show you, which will be somewhere around here, maybe matched up with Chester, our old nemesis. Is Cambridge are in this league. Oh, back where they belong. Excellent. If you've enjoyed that, please make sure you leave a nice big thumbs up on there for me. Subscribe to the channel for daily Football Manager videos. And thank you very much for watching.